Hi there, I'm Amy with the Brady Group. I work with Brady Group members as a personal coach, which means that I get to spend a lot of time with them helping train systems and supporting them through change, and it's been a whole lot of fun. I really enjoy it. Last week we were actually at a training event in Las Vegas called Mission Possible, where we had several doctors and teams there. Some were brand new with us, just learning what we were about for the first time, and some were coming back, bringing new team members and getting refreshers, and so it was really great to have some high energy there for a few days. But while in Las Vegas, I actually received a text, and this is what I'd like to share with you today, from one of our member doctors, Dr. Canona Felt from Carlsbad, New Mexico. He's actually been in our program for several years now, about 5 or 6 years. And his front desk lady was actually at Mission Possible. She's about to have a baby, and so it brought along the person who is going to be taking her place for a short period of time, so that person could get up to speed while she was out. And so here is the text that Dr. Felt sent to me. He says, "Dear Amy, so my front desk and trainee are both in Vegas for Mission Possible. I have to brag on my team a little. Melissa, our hygienist, saw an extremely apprehensive dental patient from out of town today. I actually met her in the airport on the way to a Brady meeting last summer. Since I knew her, I did a short new patient interview and set up the photographs. Then Melissa took the photos and was prepared to set up the patient for a planning appointment. But after Melissa was able to resolve her anxiety concern by suggesting a very small pill, the patient was ready to commit. We also used her anxiety to suggest a couple of well-planned visits so that she could get all the work done at once and not have to visit our office unnecessarily. We stayed on the emotional aspect of things, helping her through her anxiety and letting her know she would be completely in charge the entire time. When I knew the patient owned it, I was ready to quote the fee. I paused for her response, addressed her concern with a comfortable financial arrangement, and then I asked Melissa to schedule my next available morning appointment so that I could be fresh and uninterrupted. Then here's the kicker. Melissa, again the hygienist, was able to get her approved for financing, help with the consent forms, print the prescriptions, and scheduled her appointment. Hooray for team cross-training. We all worked together to cover the front desk today. Mindy, our assistant, set up the phone so that she could answer it, and when she wasn't available, take messages and call people back when she was not with patients. It was a great day for cross-training. Now, this particular team last month bonused per employee $241 per day. Okay, they also work 15 days on average per month, sometimes 14. And so you can do the math and see what that team was able to earn above and beyond their salary. Now, obviously, that means that the income for the doctor was much greater as well. As I look at this, I pull out 4 things that I think are critical in the success that Dr. Felt and his team were able to have. Is number one, they were able to identify some anxiety concerns, some financial concerns, and some different things by asking open-ended questions. Okay? They asked questions that allowed them to find out where the patient was coming from, what was important to the patient, concerns the patient had, and taking that information and building a plan based on that versus let me tell you what I think you ought to do. The second thing that was critical is they listened more than they talk. I can tell you, because I have seen Dr. Felt's team in action, that they do just this. They listen. They actively listen, and with the intent to understand. And when we listen and allow patients to talk, we allow the ownership to stay exactly where it's supposed to be. And when that happens, patients make decision to do treatment. They trust you and they like you. The third thing that I think was critical here is the emotional aspect. Dr. Felt mentioned that a couple of times. They focused on her anxiety and offered a solution for that to help her with that, which was her biggest concern, quite frankly. They utilized photographs so that the patient could see her mouth in a way that helped her diagnose and make decisions. See, when we can take photographs and put them in front of a patient, they see their mouth as they never have before. And when we can give them photographs of a patient we were able to help, then they have some comparison and can make some decisions based on what they see versus what we tell them. So the ownership stays right where it's supposed to be. Now, the fourth thing that I found was critical in this whole success story here, obviously, was the cross-training. Okay, they have set it up in a way that everyone knows how to do pretty much everything. Now, obviously, the doctor's the only one that can cut a tooth. The hygienist is the only one that can scale. But other than that, pretty much everybody in this practice can do just about anything. And there is so much value in that. What would your practice be like if your front desk were gone for a day? Would you have success stories, or would it be a nightmare? What does that look like for you? We'd love to talk with you about your practice and how we might be able to support you in maybe making some changes or improvements. We work with great practices that just want to tweak a few things, and that's a whole lot of fun. And so we'd love the opportunity to do that with you. Give us a call this week, and if we hear from you by Friday, we'd love to schedule a 30-minute no-charge practice evaluation with you and talk with you about what's important to you, what you'd like to improve, and see if that's something you'd like our help with. Give me a call, 800-592-7239. You see that number down below this video. You'll also see my email address. You can just click on that link and it'll take you straight to my personal email with any questions you have, or if you'd like to go ahead and schedule your complimentary 30-minute practice evaluation. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.